The most expensive cars in the Fast and the Furious franchise. The Fast and the Furious franchise is known for its high-octane action, out-of-this-world stunts, and lots of corny one-liners. But what brings millions of people to the theater are, of course, the cars. The series has evolved from street racing films to heist films featuring tanks, submarines, and spaceships. But what's always remained are the impressive and expensive cars. Rev up your anticipation as we kickstart a... It's your exclusive pit stop for all things trending, electrifying, and awe-inspiring from every corner of the globe. Before we shift gears and dive into the heart-pounding world of vehicular extravagance, let's dive in. Hundreds of different cars have been featured, and most have been nearly unobtainable supercars. Dom and his crew are extremely wealthy from the numerous heists they've pulled, and are no stranger to showing off their money on the road. 10. 2005 Aston Martin DB9 GT, $155,000. Aston Martin is famous for showing off their vehicles in the James Bond films, but they also let one of their iconic cars grace the screen in 2025 with Furious 7. Antagonist Deckard Shaw owns a DB9 and drives it to Dom in one scene in an underpass. Dom confronts Shaw with his iconic Dodge Challenger, and they have a standoff. For some reason, they decide to crash head-on into one another and destroy both vehicles. It makes for an unfortunate end to Aston Martin's brief Fast and Furious career. 9. 1969 Chevrolet Yenko Camaro, $300,000. Fast and Furious is no stranger to American muscle cars, and Chevrolet has had more than a few incredible vehicles featured in the franchise. For this one, we are heading way back to 2003 in Too Fast, Too Furious. The classic Chevy Yenko Camaro makes its first appearance when rival driver Corpy uses it to try and win a challenge for the drug lord Verona. Corpy loses but drives it again in a race later in the film against Brian. Brian of course wins and takes the car off Corpy's hands. 8. 2019 McLaren 720S, $315,000. Fast and Furious released its first spin-off movie in 2019 with Hobbs and Shaw. While most of the original cast members like Vin Diesel, Tyrese Gibson, and Michelle Rodriguez didn't return, the expensive cars certainly did. Deckard Shaw drives the McLaren 720S in a chase scene throughout the streets of Edinburgh. The scenes show off the car's incredible speed, maneuverability, and miraculous ability to fit Dwayne Johnson alongside two other people in such a small car. 7. 2011 Lexus LFA, $375,000. Fast 5 was the first film in the franchise to really branch away from simple street racing and focus more on action-packed heists. The movie saw Dom's crew of characters from all the previous films coming together for a big heist in Rio. The crew, of course, succeeds, and each member can have a moment to shine their newly made money. Han does this by showing off his brand new Lexus LFA in one of the film's closing scenes. 6. 1965 Ford GT40, $500,000. The Lexus LFA wasn't the only impressive car featured in Fast 5. The Ford GT40 is not just another fast car, it's an important plot device for the film. The car is stolen from infamous drug lord Hernan Reyes by Dom's crew. Mia drives the car back to Dom's hideout, and they discover a secret hidden within the car's entertainment system. The car holds a chip embedded with directions to 10 safe houses worth over $10 million. This of course launches the film's plot for Dom's crew to pull off their biggest heist yet. 5. Eagle Speedster, $1,500,000. Making an appearance in 2013's Fast and Furious 6 is the beautiful Eagle Speedster. After the crew's BMW fails, Dom tells Tej and Hobbs to head to a nearby car auction and pick out some new cars to try and catch Owen Shaw. When they arrive, the auctioneer assumes they don't have the money for these luxurious vehicles because of the way they are dressed. Tej and Hobbs embarrass the man by purchasing every car in the auction, including the Eagle Speedster. 4. 2011 Bugatti Veyron, $2,400,000. The Bugatti Veyron made a brief but notable appearance in Furious 7. The car is one of the most expensive ever featured in the series and is surely an eye-catcher. The iconic Bugatti is driven by Tyrese Gibson's character Roman when the crew arrives in Abu Dhabi. The Bugatti is the fastest car ever shown in the franchise. Unfortunately, it doesn't get to show off its full potential and is only seen in one scene of the movie. Ferrari FXX, $2,600,000. One of the rarest cars ever shown in the Fast saga is the Ferrari FXX. Ferrari is known for their expensive and luxurious supercars, but nothing tops the FXX. The car is briefly seen in the beginning of Fast and Furious 6 at Tej's place in Costa Rica. The car has a 6262cc V12 engine and reaches 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.77 seconds. Unsurprisingly, it's not street legal, and there are only a handful of these cars in existence. 2. 2010 Koenigsegg CCXR, $3 million. Yet another impressive car from Fast 5 is the Swedish Koenigsegg CCXR. In the final moments of the film, the crew is getting back together after pulling off their biggest heist yet. Roman shows up in the Koenigsegg and brags about how he has the only one in the Western Hemisphere. Just moments later, Tej pulls up in the same car. At first, Roman is embarrassed, but then he embraces the idea and agrees to shine together with Tej. 1. 2013 Lykan Hypersport, $3,400,000. Furious 7 takes the cake for featuring the most expensive car in the whole franchise, the Lykan Hypersport. In the film, the crew is tasked with retrieving a chip from the car while it's stationed at the Etihad Towers in Dubai. The retrieval takes longer than expected, and Dom must drive the car through the building while Brian tries to get the chip out. They end up flying through 3 separate skyscrapers and are forced to jump out just as the car falls to its death. As we draw the final curtain on the mesmerizing Automotive Odyssey, we can't help but marvel at the symphony of speed, power, and prestige that the Fast and Furious franchise has woven into the very fabric of our cinematic experience. From the humble origins of street racing to the gravity-defying feats that defy the laws of physics, we've journeyed alongside Dom, Letty, Brian, and the entire crew as they've carved a trail of tire marks and heart-pounding memories on the silver screen. But beyond the screeching tires and roaring engines lies a deeper tale, a story of resilience, loyalty, and the unbreakable bonds forged in the crucible of high-stakes heists and perilous escapades. These characters have become more than just protagonists. They've become symbols of unyielding determination and a reminder that, in the face of adversity, we can conquer the seemingly insurmountable. And oh, the cars! Those four-wheeled works of art that have graced our screens, captivated our imaginations, and reminding us that in a world of steel and chrome, there exists a realm where dreams touch reality. From the purr of a meticulously tuned engine to the sleek curves that seamlessly meld form and function, each car is a masterpiece, a testament to the ingenuity and passion that drives human innovation forward. As we bid farewell to this chapter of the journey, let us not forget the adrenaline-soaked memories and the heart-stopping moments that have become an integral part of our cultural tapestry. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to you, our cherished audience, for joining us on this roller coaster ride of emotions, twists, and turbocharged excitement. Your support and enthusiasm have fueled our own passion to bring you the latest updates and thrilling narratives. While the engines may rest for now, know that the spirit of Fast and Furious lives on in every rev of an engine, in every exhilarating chase, and in the unbreakable bond of family that transcends time and space. So, until the next adventure unfolds, keep your engines revved and your spirits high. This is Kai Forrest signing off, reminding you that the road ahead is always waiting and the journey is just beginning.